during this time, you kind of like, I keep trying to convince you, like right now you're in this quasi state of, you used to like write a lot at Search Engine Land, like daily, right?
Yeah, like 800 articles or so.
And then I said, Greg, go away. You went away.
Yeah.
I said, Greg, come back. And you're back. No, I had nothing to do with you coming or going. But like, I'm trying to recruit you to come back and be like, kind of, you know, I write a lot at Search Engine Land. People think that's my job. It's a hobby. And you do a lot for the search community. You've always done a lot for the search community with your podcast, your writing, everything. So I'm trying to convince you to come back. So now that we're recording this, you have to give me on the record that you're coming back and full time as a hobby.
Can I say I'll think about it?
No, I'm just I'm not gonna. So let's talk about what you initially, when you started in 2007, right?
Yeah, I think it was 2007, 2008. And it was at the time I was working at 1020 with Chris Winfield, as I had mentioned, and he had a column. And one week he basically was like, hey, I don't have time to write this. Can you write it? And then it sort of like kept going that way. And basically I took the column over, and it was at the time where a lot of like social stuff was picking up. And, you know, I had this sort of social and like content SEO tie-in. So it worked really well for the audience. And at some point, Danny and Elizabeth had basically said, hey, come on, I'm bored. And, you know, I probably thought about it a bunch, but that was always like a goal I had, is to be like, get like a story published, you know, like that's when I started, like, I need to be able to get a story published. I need to be able to like, you know, look older to get business and like buy fake glasses and stuff like, but then I grow
facial hair. That's why I still have this.
I can't, it doesn't work.
I literally had to grow this to go to a conference when I was like, I went to my first SDS conference when I was 21.
Yeah, really similar. I'd be like, I need to figure out how to look older and whatever. But then, so I finally got that. I'm like, oh yeah, let's do that. And then helped out a bunch on a lot of the SMX shows and everything like that. And it was really cool. And then at some point, there's just a lot of transition for a while there, where I think it was like Matt to Michelle to Ginny and all that. And I kind of, you know, and there's a lot of hiring too at the time. You know, I think a lot of like Third Door Media at the time was really growing.
Right. So yeah. So now we're actually, if you are watching and you are a PPCer and you like to write and you love search marketing, specifically PPC, I think we're looking for a full timer. And if we can't find somebody, it's going to be you.
Oh,
so I'm
boy.
going to make you do it.
Apply now.
Not that it's my company or anything. I just love the brand. I love being, I like the site. I like, you know, I feel like it's my baby, even though it's not my baby. So
it's great. And for a while we left Search Engine Land too and went over to
the other side.
Who
I love too. I love Lauren Baker. And
I'm a big Brent guy, and Lauren's great. Like I love both of them, but at some point, you know, we didn't have any, you know, I was already fully staffed and everything like that. So we were looking for a home for our podcast and gave that a shot for a while.
It's working out well. People love the show. Marketing O'Clock on YouTube, on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, your favorite podcast player.
Yep.
Subscribe, hit the like button, smash the like button.
Yeah, and both of the feeds for the Search Engine Roundtable as well.
I have the video interviews, these.
Yep.
And I have the weekly Friday recaps where I cover the news really, really fast so nobody can hear it.
You got to subscribe to both.
Subscribe to everything, including P. Diddy. Is that his name? P. Diddy?
P. Diddy?
PewDiePie.
Oh, PewDiePie.
Is he bad? No, we don't want to talk about. Who's like at the highest number of YouTube subscribers out there?
Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast. Subscribe to Mr. Beast.
I don't think he needs the help.
No, don't subscribe to him. Unsubscribe from Mr. Beast and subscribe to Greg.
There you go.
This whole YouTube stuff. I like it. I like to I do this. Not that you need this, but I like to speak to people who are up and coming in the community and give them some type of like exposure. And I've been told, maybe I'm wrong, but I've been told that people got jobs from it. They got raises from it. Mm-hmm. They got brand new jobs and stuff like that. Got speaking gigs. I just met somebody the other day. I think they should keynote. Never spoke really at a big conference before. Mm-hmm. And I think they should be the keynote at XMX. We'll see if that happens.
That's awesome. Yeah. And I feel like that's one thing I've always really admired about you is just not only how much you give back, but that you are like super genuine and nice. And I feel like a lot of people are always talking about the positives of the SEO industry specifically. And I think there's probably more negative out there than nice. So, and it's awesome. And that's one of the things that kind of drove us to making the show too, that we had is like, how do we help people? How do we bring people on board? If you mention us once on our show, like you're our best friends, you don't have a choice. It's like it just happens that way.
You send out these really nice trophies made of pure gold.
Yeah, we have trophies. It's like it's just
smart. I should really. I've been trying to like tag people more and stuff like that, but you're really good at like layering on the love to the community. So
we try. I mean, I feel like that was something where, starting in the industry, I felt like super on the outside of everything.
Yeah.
It seemed like everything was like really insider, like ThreadWatch. It was all like, just a bunch of sharks and stuff. And I never feel like I had that.
Me too.
Like ability, you know what I mean? I always felt like
Even though I was everywhere,
in.
I kind of felt that way too, but I kind of wanted to feel that way.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I'm not a people person, even though I'm really social on Twitter.
Yeah. I'd say I wasn't either, to be fair. Like I started really, again, like it took me a long time. I went to Toastmasters for 7 years
really?
to try to figure out how to be able to communicate and all that. So like it was a work in progress. And, my thought is like, hey, if you want to come along for the ride, we're here, like we'll help you out. If anybody DMs me, I DM them back. We've got a Discord channel. I think it's just like, overall, it's just like good vibes in general.
So everybody now go and DM Greg at the same time when you.
I literally DM PPC Greg. Never met the guy. I DM him more than my friends. Every day I probably.
There's this whole controversy of who PPC Greg. Everybody thinks it's you, but it's not.
No, I know who PPC Greg.
You're going on the record. It's not you.
It is not me. No.
Why isn't he out there? He likes it.
He
likes the mystique.
You got to talk to him about that. I keep telling
I want him on this podcast.
We had him on our podcast. We put him in a banana suit. I don't know.
Yes, I saw that. Okay. But I want him physically without the banana suit. That was funny.
He did go to HeroConf. So if you went to HeroConf, you met him there.
Okay. That's awesome. We got sidetracked. So I was basically going to say that for me, it's easy to be giving and generous and stuff on these types of things because it's not my business. Mm-hmm. My business is on software development, nothing to do with search marketing, nothing to do with, SEO or PPC. So I could just basically say what I want. What I think is cool about you guys is that this is your business and you do say what you want, even if it might hurt your business.
Yeah. I mean, I think overall, like, if it's a short-term L that you have to take for something you say, like I still think it's better for the long term on that side of things. And then we even like put together like special little shows and bring people on. And the people we talk about, there are other agencies. Like if you think about anybody we talk about, it's all other people that do roughly the same stuff as we do. And it's like, I don't care. I'm just looking to make the best stuff out there.
Right.
And it's like, I feel like, again, it's like rising tide lifts all ships. If everybody's doing better and agencies are doing better, everybody's going to profit from that and reap the rewards of everybody's hard work. So that's sort of my take on it. I don't care. Again, we just did a show with a couple of people we had to convince to talk and crushed it. And they're both two competing agencies. And it's like, good. I don't care.
Yeah. I think in general, like, especially the ones that are vocal and people you see on social media in our industry, they're very into sharing and helping each other out. There are probably people that aren't into it, but you guys, I believe, go above and beyond. I mean, how much time do you spend on your podcast every week?
It's ridiculous.
I don't spend so much time on my stuff.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot to do it the right way. And then we like edit it, we put graphics in, and we're trying to do more on YouTube.
How much time do you guys spend on it? The recording is what, 2 hours?
The recording is about 2 hours. The editing takes probably about 5 hours, I'd say. Whoa. maybe 4, because we got to cut it. We got to put the stuff in. We have music. We have all this different stuff. Then we have newsletters. We have a lot. It probably takes on average about, I would literally say 25 to 30 hours, if not more.
That's a lot of time.
It is a lot of time.
I produce a lot of stuff personally. Like, I'll push out a lot of stuff, but it doesn't take me a lot of time.
Yeah. And then it's like the prep work. So there's a lot of prep that goes into it as well. It's like, you can't just like hop down and start talking about news. It's like I don't know if you've ever covered any kind of like news or had like report on anything.
No.
But there's like, it's like all day long. And, I'll like wake up.
Well, I'm doing it anyway. So it doesn't take me much to recap it. Meaning I literally, I have I don't know if you've seen it. I have an iPad with me. Mm-hmm. I don't even look at the story when I just know what I wrote because I wrote it. Right. It's basically you're recapping what other people wrote. That makes it harder.
Right. And then I think the other thing that I've always liked is, especially I guess over maybe like the past 5 or 6 years or so, there's been a lot more in the what I call edutainment space, or even like sports. Like a lot of the people that were like hardcore sports, just like sports talk all day, I've like gotten crushed by people that are just like coming in and you're learning their personalities and it's all real and it's like a good time. So it's not only finding the stories, not only being able to accurately report, which we put a lot of pressure on is accurately reporting. I know I say some funny stuff sometimes.
You did say something wrong last week. I forgot what it was.
It was the AdSense and search. I was 1 week late.
Yeah, you were a month late.
A month, but we didn't cover it, so I had to go back and get it.
I'm giving you a hard time.
Okay. Well deserved. I messed up.
A month late is not acceptable for a news show.
But then it's like that, and it's like
I don't blame you because the place you cited was a month late in reporting it though. So.
It's true.
And Google, you know how Google is. Google will post something in their help area and then post it a month later on their blog.
Yeah,
so
100%. But it's like that, and it's like compiling all that, reporting on it correctly. And then the other thing that is harder than you would think is like trying to have a unique, like a hook, an entertainment hook to it. So we always try to, like my saying is like, people don't care about the news, they care about having a good time, basically.
Yeah.
So, if you can come in and listen and basically, enjoy the time that you're doing it, and you learn, like, you're going to get better, you're going to come back, you're going to get even better and all that. And, that's,
you guys are good. So keep it up. And, it's a lot of time. Hopefully, I don't know if you're making money on it, but it's definitely helping the community. So we appreciate it. My weekly video takes 10 minutes to record and 5 minutes to edit.
And it's better than ours.
No, it's not.
Subscribe.
Yeah, it's not better. But it's quick. So people don't have time to listen to people laugh and smile and have a good time. And they just want to be a boring news show.
It's funny though. We get comments that are like, can you guys stop yapping your mouth? And it's like, yeah, people are like, why don't you just get to the point? I'm like, if you're trying to get to the point, you're probably not going to like it. It's
an hour and a half podcast usually.
It's hour 15, hour and a half on the long side. It's usually like somewhere between there.
Yeah.
But,
so it's meant to be long. I mean, if you want short, go to me. If you want something entertaining, go to Greg.
Yeah. And I think too, like, you really hammer home a lot of the SEO specific stuff a lot more. I feel like we're sort of moving away from that a little bit, not away from it, but I think, when we think of like organic stuff, we try to cover more YouTube and a little bit more than that in the weed stuff.
So I'll include it. I'm doing the thing with you guys tomorrow, and you included something organic YouTube, and I have to figure it out. Although I'm organic YouTube, that's what I do.
You got to sign another one for GA4 sessions.
GA4. I have to do GA4 sessions.
Yeah, new definition of sessions. So it's like just a little bit different than that. But I think if you're really into SEO, obviously you need to follow and listen to Barry's Friday shows. And if you're looking to branch out a little bit more, and
smile and have fun. If you're looking to be like just bored out of your mind, here, if you want.
No, you're very entertaining.
Yeah, I'm sure. In any event, is there anything else on that topic, or should we get into how Google's killing the planet?
No, I mean, I think in general, like, just big thanks to you for everything you do for the community. And obviously, like, bringing a ton of people on that haven't had that, like, it's awesome. It's just great to see, people having that mentality of like, there's plenty of pie for everybody. There's not like a limited piece of pie and spreading that around.
You're doing that like crazy, and you're really highlighting them, and you make a point to make sure that in your podcast to highlight who it is. You put their name there, you do all that work, and it shows, and it's appreciated. So keep it up. Appreciate it.